Hello, everyone. I'm Owen from chison Clinical Marketing Department. I'm very pleased to be here to introduce our premier ultrasound for the trolley machine cbit9. And now you can see this is our cbit9. We can take a look at the outlook. You can see cbit9 can support 21.5-inch HD LED monitors with its large image area, which can provide more clinical details for our doctors. And what's mentioned that besides the monitor, our cbit9 can integrate with 10.1-inch touchscreen with high sensitivities and with high resolution. So with its anti-angles and with the responsibilities, you can see high definitions touchscreen. So you can see, give you a clear view of all lists and all buttons on this touchscreen. And what's mentioned that it also can be customized. You long press it, and you can see you can change the layout. You can add the new functions. You can adjust the segment and use all this and press OK. You can set OK. Also, you can see our can support the dual screen mode, so you can both from the monitor and the touch screen. You can get the images at the same time. This is for the touch screen and the monitors. And then you can see here we can support integrated gear warmer. So with 3 levels adjustable, it's very convenient and useful, especially in the winter, to warm this gear. Also here you can see we have 6 probe holders, and the whole keyboard can be lifted up and down and rotatable for different angles. And more about it, you can see our machine can support internal artery batteries, which brings flexible mobilities, especially for the immediate activated and for the energy saving. Besides, we also support 4 probe connectors, so we can support the 4 probes working in the proper time. Use our cbit9. You can connect to the clinical device through the DICOM system, and you use your printers to print your report. And plenty of advantages technologies has been applied to ensure the excellent performance for cbit9, such as Q-beam, Q-flow, fusion harmonic imaging, and X-contrast. With all these advanced technologies, which can provide and ensure the best performance and image qualities. So with all these functions, not only the fast response speed but also the excellent performance for cbit9. So we wish you use this cbit9 can be more confidence for your clinical diagnosis. So thank you, and later we will show you how to use our cbit9 and what's the features in our radiology applications. Thank you. First, we start with operation. We press patient setup, and we type in the patient name, patient ID, this specific information, and press OK. And then we can use the preset settings. We choose the probes and the preset, and we can do the live scanning for B mode. And you can see these B buttons. We can rotate it to change the total gain. the brightness, and you can see the depth key here. You can rotate it slightly to change the depth according to the different body size, and you press it, we can change the focus position, which can increase the resolution of the focus area. And here we have other parameters. For example, for the frequency, we rotate the corresponding buttons and enlarge the value or decrease the value to get the penetration and the resolution. And this key is for the dynamic key. We rotate it to change the total dynamic, increase to get the high value, and decrease to increase the contrast. Also, this for the depth, and this is for the zoom key. You can rotate to zoom and enlarge the image area. And here we have different mode for the single B mode, dual B mode. We press it and press it again. You can activate it. And this for quad B mode. Press it and press it. You can get the quad form images. Press it again to go back to the B mode. And we also have, you can see the upside down and left right rotate. And also we have other image parameters for the QV image or others. Press it, slide it. You can see we have all the, you can see, press it for the full screen. And also the trapezoid for the linear probe. Press the full screen again. We can further enlarge the image. Press it to close the function. And here is the other parameters you can adjust. And other functions on this page. And we can change the chroma and press it. Also, these are 4 modes for the color mode. We press it for the C key, and you can see the interesting box occurs. And we place at the corresponding position, and we can press Enter key and use your trackball to adjust the size. And press Enter to confirm. Here is also the angle and the zoom key. You can rotate it to zoom for the color zoom. Also here for the steer angle of this interesting box. Okay, here is for the PIF value. You can decrease a little bit to increase the color sensitivity. And this for the Doppler mode. You press D key and you can see the sample gate, and you can rotate the Doppler angle with angle key, rotate it, and press Update key to activate the spectrum. Okay, once you get the spectrum, you can see you can change the baseline, you can change the Doppler gain, these parameters. Press B button to go back. Okay, we freeze image, and here you can see the full motion mode. And these 2 keys for the save scene loop and the steer image. Press it to save the image and the scene loop. Okay, And after that, you can see here is the report key. Press it. And you can enter into the report interface and you can insert the images you have already scanned. Once you finish you press the export and save. You can export to your UDisk or through your DICOM network to the report system. Okay. That's all for the operation. Thank you. First, let's take a look at the string elastography. Tap the probe icon from the touchscreen and we select the right preset. We do the serial scanning and press the elastography icon on the touchscreen to activate this string elastography function. We do live scanning for thyroid and get the elasto image. Red indicates soft tissue and blue indicates the hard tissue. Keep still and make continuous breaths. Do not press the transducer too much. After you get the elastography, we press freeze and press calculation button. We choose the string ratio from the calculation list of small parts. We calculate each part with ellipse. A represents for the suspected abnormal tissues, and B is for the close normal tissues of fat, and we can get the string ratio. As marked is the pressure bar. It indicates the pressure during the transducer and the tissue. It's better to do calculation on pictures when the pressure level is 3 or 4 in order to get more accurate results. And we can tap the exit button on the touchscreen to exit. Okay, for color panoramic, we first get a clear image and press color panoramic buttons to activate, and we move slowly, slightly to move our probes to get the whole image. And we set freeze. This enlarges the scanning area in real time and provide more blood vessels information, and very useful for large vessels, especially for the upper extremity and the lower extremity. For the sono contrast, we first choose appropriate probe and preset. We can choose linear, convex, or phase array. For example, we choose the linear probe and activate the sono contrast. Press it. And we enter into the default contrast Dolby mode. We have different display mode on the sono contrast. Mix, sono contrast, contrast. And here is for the timers. Once the doctor injects the contrast agent, he press the timer to record. And we can adjust other parameters. For the frequency, we change the frequency to adjust the resolution and the penetration according to the real-time need. And we can press the depth button to change the scanning depth. And we can rotate the B button to change the total gain. Make sure that the gain of the contrast interface is not too low to show the entering of bubbles, and the gain is not too high to submerge micro bubbles. during the early stage. And once you have finished your scanning, you can save your sine loops and set the start point and the end point. You rotate it to set the start frames and end frames. And press freeze to save the sine loop. And we select the stored video and start for the analysis, for the TIC analysis. We press ROI and move the trackball. And the analysis you will get the time intensity curve of the lesion after injection of a contrast agent. You can remove the image data of choosing frames and won't participate in curve fitting, and enable the image data and will participate in curve fittings. You can choose the curve fitting method according to your need, and you can get the fitting curve. Okay, that's for the sono contrast. You can save it. For the curved expanding, we use our convex probe. For example, we scan the liver, and first you need to enlarge scan-wise to 100%, and then side it. You can see the curved expanding. Press it, and you can see the whole image area has been enlarged. So these functions expand the scanning area of convex probe, especially for the obese patient. For sono color, we first get the color images and press calculation button, and we select sono color, and we set the point at the different position of this color image. So this can provide approximate velocity of blood flow without spectral, only in color mode. Okay, for smart hip, we need to choose the lean probe for the hip preset, pediatric. Okay, then you press calculation package and you can see the hip calculation. Press it. So this use a graph. We get the angles, set angles for alpha and beta. And we confirmed this will show you a graph. We use a graph for hip orthotics diagnosis and helps the doctor give a more easier and more accurate diagnosis during the pediatrics hip scanning. different angles indicate different level of hip deformity, which is more easier and obvious to see with the aid of the graph. And last one, we will show you for the HO-Teviek zone. We enter into the color mode and we rotate the zoom key, zoom button. So you can enlarge the color information. And also we can support the BBC mode. So this for the color mode and the B mode display at the same time. Very convenient. And you can save the image. Okay, thank you. This is for our today's operation training for cbit9. We hope after watching this video, you can know how to get a clear view of how to use our all advanced functions for not only for the radiology, but also for the cardiovascular. And we hope you can know better about our unique features in both radiology or other for the cardiology vascular. And later, we also will present for other operation training and other unique feature functions, and also for other products. So we wish we can see you next time.